another episode of Routes Through Pokemon Adventures. I'm Ruby.
And I'm Shea, the
cat. And we are a father. And we are a cat, Ruby. We are a
cat Ruby?
Cat owner duo going through the Pokemon games.
Oh, so now you're my owner?
Well, I'm the owner of Sapphire.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So those that didn't get the joke, the cat's name is Sapphire.
We already said that before.
Yeah, well, just reminding people that Ruby has a cat named Sapphire, and I'm playing Sapphire.
Little kitty cat. Meow.
Yet we'll learn that there's a discrepancy in the way we're playing the games and the manga that we're going to cover. But anyway.
A surgery last week? Because you're a cat.
Oh, yes, I've been spayed. Because I'm not only a cat, but I'm a girl cat. So anyway, we're a father and daughter podcast that covers the Pokemon video games, the Pokemon anime, and the Pokemon Adventures manga. And we are now in Gen 3, so we've already done our first gym in the video games of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Hope.
Right?
Our first gym, did we do that? I keep forgetting that we went there and did the gym. I keep thinking we didn't. But yeah, we did. And
we had a cool Crossroads episode with...
Cool?
Yeah, I don't know, it was fun. Fun Crossroads episode with Rosella, where we went over the first season of the anime.
First season?
Yeah.
Through 5 episodes.
Well, right. Through some episodes of the first season.
Yeah, we covered a whole season.
And then we covered, how many episodes of the new season that we're on?
2. And then a Chronicles.
Oh, yeah, and a Chronicles, so 3 total.
Look at me, I remembered that.
I actually forgot about the Chronicles. Because that was the Brock one.
You forgot about Brock?
Well, no, I just forgot that we covered the Chronicles. And then last time, Rosella, myself, and Vi covered our journey through Fire Red, Leaf Green, and my Nuzlocke of Pokemon Red.
And kicked me out.
We didn't kick you out.
Was I there?
No, but...
Did I have the option?
If you were there, then we could have kicked you out. But you weren't, so we couldn't have kicked you out.
Kicking me off my own show.
Okay. We're going to keep this. So Ruby's bitter because I, quote-unquote, kicked her off her own show.
Well, did I even have the option to be there last time?
Nope. I didn't give you the option. Well, if you had pushed hard enough, I would have let you on, probably. But you didn't care that much.
How much harder did I have to push?
You didn't push at all. You just kicked me off my own show.
And it wasn't even on air that I kept mentioning it. I kept mentioning, not on air. We're not on air. We're just recording to be edited later.
I don't know. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm just kidding.
The air would let you seep right through.
No, the air is my friend. I'm an airbender.
That's delusional.
Anyway, so besides your cat getting surgery, anything else interesting going on?
I had a quiz meet.
Ah, yes, because we are in the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just wrapped up October with Halloween. And frankly, it was my most favorite Halloween in the last handful of years, for sure.
Because you didn't have your kids with you? You went and drunk alcohol?
What? No! I worked a half day at work so that I could be home in time to go do this thing that was earlier in the day so that there was still daylight out while we were doing trick-or-treating in a blocked-off part of a street, making it much easier to manage everybody. Nobody was tired and cranky by the end of it. We weren't freezing at all, which was fantastic.
It was cold, but it was easier to not be cold.
Yeah, I did not bundle up. I had a few shirts on because I do that normally, but I
had stuff ready for.
One of the kids, Judah, was definitely very cold, but that's because he wore a thin shirt and claimed that it was because it was the only brown shirt he could find without thinking, hey, I could put shirts on underneath of it.
If he was so cold, he could just grab my coat out of the car.
Well, then his costume wouldn't be showing.
One year, when it was freezing, I was all bundled up, and you couldn't see my costume. I went up to one of the houses. It was freezing out. And they looked at me and went, go. And they went, very scary. I'm like, I have my costume on, but it's freezing out here. You come trick or treat. I was quite offended.
Well, they're giving away free candy for you. I mean, they have to buy the candy, so.
Should just left. They only gave me one piece.
I'm sorry. I was about to make a joke about One Piece, like the anime or manga or whatever, but I don't know enough about it that I'm just like, never mind. Because I've never read or watched it. I know of its existence. I know some of the characters, but that's about it. Anyway, I really enjoyed Halloween. It meant we also got to watch our movie because we always watch Nightmare Before Christmas at the end of it, and we all stayed awake for it, or most of us did, which a lot of us don't. Because it's usually late. Stayed up for the whole time. I'm sure you have. Your mother and I often fall asleep during it, and so do more of the kids.
I'd say Mom almost always does. You usually stay up for most of it.
I know that it wasn't until like last year that I finally got to watch a good chunk of the middle part, because I remember a lot of times I fall asleep in the middle and wake up when Jack is getting bombed out of the sky.
Oh! You're like, who my favorite parts are?
This is not my favorite part. My favorite part is when the head is pulled out of the present box.
And then when they come back and the feet are still there, and it's like, oh, look at that. Yeah, but I stayed up till like midnight because the movie was done at like 11-ish. And so then I was getting all my stuff back. And then Maltese came up and kept me up till midnight. And so then finally I got him to go to sleep. And I went to sleep. And then he woke me up at 5.
Fun.
My quiz meet.
Fun.
I was so tired.
Yeah.
5 hours of sleep for a quiz meet? And I was barely out the door on time, and I didn't even eat breakfast, and then I didn't eat lunch. I had like a late lunch. I had lunch at like 3. So I didn't eat till 3 that day.
That's rough.
I wasn't hungry, so it's okay.
But yeah, we're getting a handful of episodes done now for season 3, which doesn't go out until January, because, you know, we want a Christmas break when it gets there, so we'll not record for a couple weeks there, which will be nice, and have everything ready to go for all of you in the new year. We actually still have another project to finish up for the bonus stuff in December. Hopefully we can do that in the next couple weeks.
Oh, is it the...
Yeah, for you guys, you probably should have already listened to it. It's our Stadium episode, the Pokemon Stadium stuff. We have one recording done, but we need to do a little bit more.
Well, then, let's jump into the... not anime, the manga. So we'll be covering 3 chapters of the manga. Volume 15. Pokemon Adventures Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah, we're beginning the Ruby and Sapphire arc.
Starting with Adventure 181, Creeping Past Cacnea.
Okay, so the story opens up with a man battling multiple Pokemon all at once, and they're all new Hoenn Pokemon. A news lady interviews the man, Norman, the new gym leader in Petalburg City, and we find out his family is moving to Hoenn from Johto. His wife catches the interview and tries to get her kid to watch it too, while she's driving a moving van. This does not seem like a wise decision. Anyway, the kid, Ruby, as we learn that the boy here is Ruby, doesn't respond because he's too distracted beautifying his 3 Pokemon, Nana the Poochyena, Rara the Ralts, and Kiki the Skitty.
He's just like sitting in the back of a moving van. That doesn't seem safe.
Well, that's what we did.
Yeah, like I said.
I mean, we weren't beautifying Pokemon.
Don't take good care of us.
Because we didn't have any Pokemon.
Throw them in the back of the van. It'll be fine.
While watching TV
and there's heavy boxes that could fall on them and murder them. Not really murder.
But yes, this is where we find out that Ruby is the boy, which is fun because Ruby is playing a girl in the game, and she is a girl, and I am playing Sapphire with a boy character, and we'll learn later that Sapphire is the girl here in this story.
I don't like Ruby very much.
So we confuse things. Yeah, Ruby's kind of weird. He's definitely, he definitely, because of his goals and his selfishness towards them, it makes him make poor decisions, I think. Like, he's not heroic. Mm. Although he has the capability to be so. As we'll learn later. Maybe not today, but later. Let's see.
Then the truck gets stuck in mud.
So, well, before that, I wanted to point out that all 3 Pokemon he's taking care of are all Hoenn Pokemon. Which seems kind of weird when you're moving in from Johto. They should be Johto Pokemon.
Johto Schmodo.
But yes, they do get stuck in mud. You're right.
Then
go ahead.
The mom comes out and is like, "Can you help me get out?" And he's like, "No."
Yeah, so this is one of the first examples. And why does he not want to help?
Because you'll get dirty.
Yeah, his Pokemon will get dirty specifically. But he does have a method to help out without having to worry about it anyway. Because the Machoke are going to push it out, because they have Machoke around to help with the moving. But Ruby has his Ralts use confusion, just like in the anime, to levitate things. And you know what? I decided to finally look up the name of confusion in Japanese, because I noticed in the anime and manga now we have it levitating things. And that seemed significant. So, it's Nenriki in Japanese. The move is called Nenriki. And wouldn't you know it? It translates to something like willpower, faith, or even telekinesis. So that clears up the confusion over confusion. Anyway, with the truck free, the chapter gets wrapped up.
Move on to chapter 182. Making Mirth with Mightyena.
This chapter opens with Birch climbing a tree and studying the evolution of Wurmple, and seeing that there seems to be some difference with other evolved ones. Watching him are a pair of Mightyena that do not seem happy he is there. He also has a phone conversation with Ruby's dad, Norman, about helping the family move in and having dinner with everyone later. Back at the house, Ruby opens a birthday present left for him by his dad, and they are the running shoes, and Ruby tosses them into the trash.
Yeah.
Idiot. Those things are so helpful.
Why would he toss those away? You need them.
He is annoyed that his father is a gym leader and believes that means that he will pay even less attention to his family now. So his dad must always be extra busy, at least according to Ruby.
Well, in the beginning it said that he can't wait to see his family again.
Right. Well, I think he likes his family and loves his family, but in Ruby's eyes, he does not spend enough time with them. Plus, Ruby wants to compete in contests in Hoenn, and so he's not interested in gym battles at all. But he knows his father will not approve of that. But then again, he says he knows that. And that makes me, just because he thinks that doesn't mean he knows it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Has he brought it up to his father? We don't know. So he plans to run away. You know what would help with running away? Running shoes, you idiot! Anyway, he sneaks out of his window, and he does decide to bring the running shoes.
Yeah, it's like he grabs them out of the trash. So
he's like, oh yeah, maybe those will be useful. Outside of town, he runs into Birch, who needs help, as he is being attacked by the Mightyena. Ruby is all fascinated with the fur on the Mightyena, but he will not battle and get his Pokemon dirty. So again, not helping and not being heroic because he's so concerned with his contests. He gets extra excited when he learns that his Poochyena can evolve into a Mightyena, which will never happen if he doesn't actually do anything with his Pokemon.
Nope.
After getting in there, he and Birch... Huh?
Rare candy.
I suppose if you get enough rare candies. After getting in there, he and Birch flee, and Ruby is carrying the professor's bag. But then, Ruby's shoes activate, and he runs right off a cliff. And is rescued from his doom by a strange bush Pokemon swinging in and saving him. Well, that's what he thinks, and it looks like a big, weird bush creature. After arriving in Bush Pokemon's cave, Ruby gets a call on Birch's phone/Pokedex thing, and it is Birch back at his lab.
But when he gets the call, he just answers it, and I would at least debate, someone else's phone, should I answer it? But I'd be like, well, I do need help to get out of here. All right, I'll answer it.
He explains that he knows Ruby's dad. Then Bush Pokemon comes over and starts talking, and then takes off the bushy costume, revealing the female protagonist from the games. She has a Torchic and is upset that Ruby hurt her in his panic.
Well, yeah, he's like, you could talk, and then he made something bite her.
Yeah, well, he thought it was a Pokemon attacking him.
But now she will attack him.
Yes.
She's got claws, man.
I think it's interesting because in the anime, the girl character, May, is actually the one that is the child of the gym leader, but she still ends up with a Torchic. Yeah, she's got a more rough around the edges kind of way of talking. Yeah. She's not like some prissy little girl.
I'm the feral one who attacked?
Yeah, you are kind of feral, so, you know.
What?
Actually, honestly, I think Sapphire reminds me more of your younger sister, and not Rosella, but the other one, because she could be kind of feral with her older brothers.
I don't know. She's starting to get more girly.
Oh no, she has a very girly disposition.
And then she cries.
But she's not. That's true. She's more like Whitney. But she bounces back pretty good too. Usually.
I try to tell people that they shouldn't just change what they're doing to make her happy. Okay, now chapter 183, trying to trounce Torchic.
So the girl attacks Ruby, and he is on the phone with Professor Birch, who tells him to choose one of the 2 Pokemon in his case, because he only had 2 in there, instead of the 3, because somebody already has Torchic, apparently.
Somebody.
Since the girl is attacking with the Torchic, Birch tells Ruby to use Mudkip. Then, as the fight continues, Ruby...
Well, they don't know the type. Like, Ruby's like, I don't know what it is, a fire one?
Well,
so then he tells him more.
Yeah. So, the fight continues, Ruby describes the situation more, and Birch realizes and reveals that Ruby is battling Birch's daughter, Sapphire.
Yeah.
Then a giant Seviper shows up in the cave, and Sapphire focuses on dealing with that instead. She tells Ruby to bring in his Pokemon to battle too, but he can't get them all messed up.
Oy. I'm going to take those Pokemon from it and open those Pokeballs and say, well, that's too bad.
Right?
Spray them with mud.
The 2 have differing philosophies, and Sapphire doesn't like Pokemon that can't fight. She complains about Ruby's synthetic clothing, and he thinks Sapphire stinks in her weird jungle garb. But the reason she doesn't wear synthetic stuff is because she tries to blend in with Pokemon and stuff, which is why she probably stinks to his nose, because she smells like all the wild Pokemon. The pair decide to settle their differences with a bet.
Well, Sapphire makes up the bet, and Ruby's like, I never agreed. And then she's like, well, you scared?
Well, yeah. What is this bet?
In 80 days, they'll meet back there and see who did better in their quests. Sapphire is going to do battling gym leaders and stuff, and Ruby's going to go do Pokemon beauty contests.
They're not necessarily beauty contests, but they are contests. Yeah. Which is something that is in the game, I believe. The contests are. Oh. And I also think it shows up a lot in the anime, eventually.
Maybe.
So we'll be seeing...
There were more contests, maybe that's what the whole last season is about.
Maybe. Except that they go to Kanto.
Oh.
Anyway.
Does that mean we'll get to see Misty again?
We will at least see another shot of her in one of the Pokemon Chronicles, I believe. At least.
But will Ash meet up with her again?
I have no idea. Then Sapphire collapses, exhausted and wounded. Ruby patches her up and talks to himself as the Seviper comes back. He basically says that him being unable to battle and not wanting to are not the same thing. And he's holding out Pokeballs, and then boom, the Seviper is done for. After that, Ruby takes off to win contests and the bet. So we don't see what Ruby does, but it seems to suggest that he took out the Seviper, because he can battle. He just doesn't do it. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And then to be continued. And we get these little fun updates in the manga too that shows the gym badges they've won and the ribbons they've won in the contest, which so far are none, but also shows what Pokemon they have.
Yeah, and Sapphire has to do these 8 gym battles, and then Ruby has 5 different selection or
contest or something, right?
5 different areas, and then there's 4 ribbons for each one.
Yeah.
So he has to do 20.
I don't know if he has to. I wonder if those are the different ranking ribbons, and so he really only wants the bottom row.
Normal, super, hyper, master.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. We'll see, because we haven't gotten the contest yet, but...
We won't for the next episode either.
No. Okay. And that's because that's how we do these things. We go through the gyms. That's what we care about. We're on Sapphire's side on this one. Although, in the games, I'm sure we will do the contest, too. Just like we did the bug catching contest. Ow. You might. You might have to. I don't know. We might need to get through the game.
Alright, then let's move on to our anime. We'll be covering 5 episodes of the anime, starting with episode 279, or season 6, episode 3. There's no place like Hoenn. Yes, there are places like Hoenn. Or Toka Jimu Tai Yadukimono. Or Toka Jim versus Yadukimono.
All right, so Ash arrives in Petalburg City, where the first gym is, and May is having trouble keeping up again. I noticed at the title page before that it was a map of Hoenn, but this time is when I noticed that it was highlighting the route that Ash had just been traveling along to get to Petalburg. Or at least
noticed that?
Yes, and I'm sure you were so focused on it. Or at least I think that's where it was.
It's like, just change it already. Get somewhere new. I keep waiting for the dot to change.
From this episode to the next, it did change. Now it's kind of stuck in the same line for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so it was highlighting the route Ash had just traveled along to get to Petalburg. Ash is excited to take on the gym, but May doesn't seem interested in doing such things. But she fakes it when Ash pushes. He's like, "Aren't you excited for these things?" "Oh, of course I am." So again, Ash is kind of in the Sapphire role of the manga, whereas May is kind of like in the Ruby role of not wanting to do the battling so much. Because she doesn't like Pokemon. She's not necessarily interested in the contest either.
Yeah,
but
Ruby likes Pokemon.
Yeah.
She just wants to travel, which, I mean, like, that's fair.
It is fair.
Wish I could travel.
And then during that conversation, he realizes that May might know the gym leader, and she claims she doesn't know him that well. Which might be true, but is also definitely misleading. When Ash wants to go visit the gym leader, May claims she has some other things to do first and takes off. In the gym, Ash isn't finding anyone, and then a kid named Max shows up and calls Ash Alf and keeps bringing up that Ash lost in the second round of the Silver Conference. Which isn't exactly accurate, and Ash does bring up the rest of the time that it was the championship rounds. Not the second round of the whole championship, you know?
Yeah.
Max apparently watched in person and has since been rewatching the videos of the conference. Max also claims that he would have made better choices and would have won. It's easy to say when you haven't actually experienced it. When Ash gets sick of all this, he demands to see the gym leader, and Max claims that he is the gym leader. So then the rules of the gym are explained, that it's a 3-on-3 battle, and Ash only has Pikachu.
But then they argue over who should send out the first Pokemon.
That's because Max doesn't have any.
And Ash only has one.
Yep, so they were both like bluffing each other basically. Then May shows up outside the window, and soon the parents are there too, and Ash learns that Max is May's brother, and Norman, the gym leader, is May's father. Now, I didn't necessarily call him the whole Max brother thing, although she did mention a brother at one point, so I figured she had one, obviously. But I definitely called that, Norman was the father.
Yeah.
That's why she was so weird about it before.
And then Ash is like, "Wait, you're not the gym leader?" And Max is like, "Of course, I'm just a kid." He's really annoying.
Yeah, he definitely made it, because of course nobody else heard him claim it earlier, so now it just made it look like Ash was an idiot. And Ash doesn't need help with that! When Norman asks May which Pokemon she chose, Torchic comes out, and Max ridicules it, saying he would have picked a Trico. Then he gets beat up by Torchic. Deservedly so. Same words. Perfect. Later, as they all eat together, Ash finds out that Max was telling the truth about the gym rules being 3 versus 3, and so Ash decides he can't battle Norman yet. Norman offers to still battle, it just won't be an official match, so no gym badge or anything, but Ash is totally okay with that. So, back at the gym, Ash brings out Pikachu against Norman's Vigoroth. During the battle, Team Rocket is outside watching and seeing Vigoroth pummeling Pikachu. They wonder if they want Pikachu after all. Then they decide they just want both of them. In the end, Pikachu loses the battle, but it's all okay until Team Rocket explode a hole in the wall and give us an interesting intro.
Prepare for trouble from a hole in the wall.
Make it double, you're in for a brawl. And then they run it down with an outstanding outro.
Team Rocket makes a mad dash at the speed of light.
Surrender to these great effects or prepare to fight. Caroline, May's mother, mistakes Team Rocket for her friends at first. for May's friends. Which is not the first time that people have mistaken Team Rocket as friends of the characters. After battling with a smokescreen up, Ash tries to stop Team Rocket with Pikachu, and Max gets a taste of the electric attack in some friendly fire. When the smoke clears, Pikachu and Vigoroth, Team Rocket's targets, are still around, and Team Rocket is gone. They thought they got one of them, but they stole Torchic instead. Ash, May, and her family decide to go looking for Team Rocket, and then we get our Who's That Pokemon trivia. Some believe this Pokemon came to Earth on a meteor. When Team Rocket discover their blunder, they decide to use Torchic as bait to get the other Pokemon. When Ash and Co. find the balloon, May and Max rush forward, and Ash tries to warn them, but they fall into a pit. Then Norman and Caroline try and fall into a second pit.
That's kind of silly. Just run off. Yeah, there's no way this could be a trap.
I just like how these first couple episodes, Ash is like showing all the wisdom he learned from the last 5 seasons. But this is all going to go away pretty quick. Like, he's still going to end up doing stupid crap, so. And forget his own lessons.
Well, they can't really make him smarter if they're going to keep him around for...
Yeah. That's actually a big complaint that people have, though, is that, like, oh, yeah, no, Ash never learns because he, like, learns, but then he forgets everything by the time another season or new generation comes out. And they're also annoyed by it.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Because he's just stuck at that age forever, so he just restarts.
So he's a robot.
He's because, and 1 year he has his birthday, but it just resets him back to normal time. He's like getting older and then resets to 10. Getting older, resets to 10.
Yeah. Seems legit.
Yeah.
So after dealing with the pit issues, another battle ensues, and during it, Max rescues Torchic for May. So she tries to get into the battle and calls out Amber instead of Ember. But a visual gag of a mushroom floats by, and so I got curious, because I'm like, that's not Amber, that's a mushroom. And sure enough, the Japanese name for Ember is Hinoko, and a mushroom is Kinoko. So just a slight letter difference or one sound difference or whatever. Mm-hmm. So the joke made perfect sense, and I actually got it in real time almost, because I suspected it. Then, when May gets it right, Torchic hits Max with some friendly fire.
Friendly? No, I don't want him to get hit.
Right, but still, like, it's just like when she commanded Mudkip in that other episode. She doesn't get the directions right. She just the Pokemon she calls out to uses the move, but not in the way she intended. Finally, Pikachu and Vigoroth send Team Rocket blasting off again! Ding! With the danger over, Norman and Caroline let Max join Ash and May on their journey, and Norman gives Ash and May cases for the badges they win.
I don't want Max to join us. He's annoying.
He is annoying.
All right, our Who's That Pokemon? It's Cleffa. Our tallies are an interesting intro, an outstanding outro, and a friendly fire.
2 friendly fires.
1 friendly fire.
They were both against Max.
Oh, dang it. No friendly fire. Max deserves it.
I know. So a friend set him on fire. You can look at it that way.
I don't know about that. Now it's time to rank it.
All right, so there's no place like Hoenn, and there's only a couple to put it up against. Ruin with the View had the Team Magma in the ruins. Get the Show on the Road was our beginning intro to everything. Max is kind of obnoxious. Yeah, it's not too much of a standout episode for me, so I think that it is going to be the last place at the moment.
Okie dokie.
Because I like that we got to at least see Team Magma on the other episode, and the ruins were kind of interesting. Whereas, yeah, there was nothing really great about this. So far, our rankings just line up with the show. Episode order. So, yes. There's no place like Hoenn is a number 3 out of 3.
All right. Now, I know I said 5 episodes at the beginning.
That's because I forgot to mention something.
Yeah, we missed out on the Chronicles. So
this is our first of our surprise 3 other episodes because we're covering 3 Chronicles.
Yeah. Starting with Cerulean Blues. Or Hanada Jimu no Ribenji Machi, or Revenge Match at Hanada Gym.
Which is Cerulean Gym. After saying goodbye to Brock and Ash, Misty is riding back to Cerulean City with Togepi. As she goes through a town, she sees news reports that the Pokemon Inspection Agency has closed 4 gyms so far. Any gyms that are unsafe, unclean, or even uncool, they will be shut down. And I had to wonder if this was the anime's way of cleaning up their mess of having too many gyms in Kanto. Because they already have Misty going back to be a gym leader, which is good too. Mm-hmm. The only thing that they didn't fix, I guess, is Brock being a gym leader again, but that's okay.
I don't want them to be gym leaders. I want them to go be with their friends.
Reports suggest that the PIA are now on their way to Cerulean City, and so Misty needs to hurry and beat them there since her sisters are gone and there's no leader there at the moment. And who sees her ride off? It's the invincible Pokemon brothers, and they plan to get her back for defeating them before. At the Cerulean Gym, there are 4 guys that turn out to be fan club members of Misty's sisters. A Joy, not dressed as a nurse, is also there. In the pool, there is a raging Gyarados, and Misty needs to try and settle it down. So Misty calls in Politoed, and while it comes out, we get a Psyduck sighting, as Psyduck also pops out and starts to drown in the pool.
Wait, was Psyduck saying? I thought that she called him out.
She did not.
Are you sure?
Yep, I rewatched it because we talked about it, and you're like, oh, I wasn't paying attention, and then I rewatched it.
She didn't necessarily say him, but I think she might have threw Pokemon.
No, she just threw out Politoed.
She didn't seem surprised or anything.
She went immediately into panic mode as he was drowning. So there was no time to be surprised. And really, would she really be that surprised that Psyduck popped out on his own?
I don't know. I don't know. What?
She did not call out Psyduck, so it is a Psyduck sighting, because he came out on his own and drowned. The fan club guys who were taking care of the gym until Misty arrived flee after all of that, and we also get a distracted Pokemon during all this because while Psyduck was drowning and he was supposed to be helping with Gyarados, he just sat on the side clapping his hands. Politoed.
Politoed is funny.
One good thing about returning is Misty is reunited with Horsey and Starmie. As Joy pushes Misty to figure out the Gyarados problem, Misty isn't so sure, and we finally learn why she has a fear of Gyarados. It's because she crawled into one's mouth when she was super young, and then she got spit out. It didn't even try to swallow her or kill her. She just got spit out. So why are you scared?
I was really confused. I was like, that seems so random.
Anyway, the Invincible brothers are getting ideas how to get back at Misty as they watch from outside. Misty tries to perform the dance routine from when she reluctantly starred in the show before, way back when they revisited Cerulean City. Mm-hmm. And she spends a ton of time talking to her Pokemon while underwater.
She doesn't even have one of those weird breathy things. She really is.
I thought, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, hey, she must be a mermaid. But then when Gyarados creates a whirlpool, Misty starts to drown and passes out. After coming to, she returns to the gym and traps Gyarados in a cage in the pool until they can figure things out, because she's causing terror to the rest of the Pokemon in there. The brothers choose that time to enact their plan and arrive, challenging Misty to a battle for control of the gym, and a huge crowd arrives instantly. Joy judges the battle, and I was really glad that she was there to do so, because she's actually a fantastic judge.
Yes, compared to Mom.
Honestly, I think this Joy has probably shown the most sense in this entire anime than any other character.
I think they cloned off of this one.
Maybe. Because the Invincible brothers cheat and are disqualified. They do a couple different things to get themselves in trouble, and Joy calls them out on all of them. They even think they found a loophole, and in a lot of the other episodes that would have worked, but she's like, nope, you're disqualified. Of course, they don't accept this, so they send in Tentacruel to poison sting Gyarados to death unless Joy reverses her judgment, which she does not. Again, go Joy. This is my favorite Joy. Misty swims down and takes the attack, and so then Gyarados saves her and knocks the Tentacruel and brothers up into the sky, and we get an off again as the brothers say, "We're not Team Rocket, but we're blasting off!" Ding! I really like that part. Then Joy reveals she is a PIA agent, and that Misty handled things well, and the gym stays open. Misty also asks Joy to let Ash know she made it as a gym leader if she ever runs into him. I also was kind of curious if this Joy was the same one that was at that other city where the Kaz gym and the other gym were battling to become the gym of that town. Because there was a Joy that was an agent there too. And she's like, "Nope, neither of you get to be gyms. Learn from Tomato."
Tomato.
Yeah, it's the Tomato episode. She said learn from Ash, but they call him Tom. Yes, it's ketchup.
He just wanted ketchup. Please. Because we don't have a Who's That Pokemon.
Nope.
Maybe a Psyduck Siding.
Definitely.
Maybe. A distracted Pokemon, off again, and a Rockin' Reunion.
Because the Invincible Brothers are back.
It's not really Rocket at that point, it's just a reunion.
Yeah, we call it a Rockin' Reunion when the Magikarp salesman comes back, so...
Oh, that's funny! We don't rank this one, guys.
Nope, we don't rank the Chronicles.
Alright, moving on to one of our normal episodes. Episode 280. Season 6, Episode 4. You Never Can Tailo. Or... Tsubame ga Ippai. Kiken ga Ippai. Toka no mori de gato da ze.
Oh my.
Or, hey.
I don't know. Just pretend it's there.
You have a pen on you.
I do.
It needs fixing. Yep. Much better. Full. Oh, wait. I was going to start there. Okay. Full of Subame?
Subame.
Full of Subame. Full of danger. Got it in Toka Wood. I covered that with that exclamation mark.
Remember, she's trying to do the whole excitement levels for you, so if you can guess what's going on here.
You have to guess the we didn't tell them the exclamation points for the first run.
We didn't.
It was one, I think.
I thought it was 2. Yeah, there was 2. Toka Gym versus Yarukimono. So, yeah, there was 2 exclamation points in the first episode, and if you care about the Chronicles, there was only 1. Ash and Co. are on their way to Rustboro and are wandering through the Petalburg Forest, and they don't see any Pokemon at all for some reason.
And they're in a forest, but it could be a woods, and they might be lost, so they're basically lost in the woods.
May wants to eat, and Ash agrees, but then they all find that none of them have any food, and Ash wishes Brock was still around, which we all have been wishing.
And they're like, who's Brock?
Yeah. He explains that he's a great cook. And friend. Team Rocket are watching, while enjoying some food of their own, making plans to steal Pikachu since it will be easy since he's hungry. Oh, when Pikachu finds, while they're all complaining about food, Pikachu pulls out the Pokemon food, and he's like, well, that's fine. You guys can starve. I'm going to eat mine. But when he finds it's empty, his face is hilarious.
So sad.
And he just falls over, too, in classic anime style.
He's like...
Yep.
Just like that. Make sure to watch how I did it.
Yeah, watch how Ruby did it.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, dear. All right. So then Max finds a single chocolate snack in his bag, and before any of them can enjoy it or split it, a Tailo swoops in and steals it. The gang chase after it, and Max is excited to finally have found a Pokemon. Once they catch up, Tailo is in a tree eating the entire snack and gets chocolate all over its beak. To market, because we're going to have a bunch of Tailo. But there is fruit in all the trees around them, so Pikachu zaps the apples down, only for a whole flock of Tailo to swoop in and grab them before they even touch the ground.
How unfair. I was like, there's fruit. There's fruit. There's fruit. And then I was just like, guys, there's fruit.
Yeah, he finally heard you.
Took long. His brain is quite slow. It's kind of like a sloth where it enters in and then it takes a while.
A sloth? What's a sloth? You mean a slack off? This is the Pokemon world.
Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon.
Electric mouse, yes. All right. Then it becomes Pikachu against the entire flock of Tailo. And it turns out, despite being weak to electric attacks and getting hit a lot, they are determined to the point where they might kill themselves to try and fight. Fortunately, a mysterious figure appears from the bushes and sends in a Fortress to explode. This explosion hits Ash & Co. for some friendly fire, and we then find their mysterious hero is
Brock! He's back! Finally.
And I was forgetting, because we didn't do the tallies until after the Orange Islands and stuff, but do we call their return like this a rockin' reunion?
He's pretty rockin'.
All right, it's a rockin' reunion. But then we get our Who's That Pokemon trivia. This Pokemon has a mischievous streak, and is really close to what its name is, in case you didn't know. During the earlier fight, Team Rocket had seen how determined the Tailo are, and so Team Rocket want to use them to get Pikachu. Back to Ash & Co., we find they escaped to a river, which puts them out of the deeper part of the forest to get away from Tailo territory. Brock has decided to travel with Ash again. Yay!
Yeah.
Brock also reveals he left most of his Pokemon at home, confirming the idea that he did not bring Geodude or Crobat with him, and so, retroactively, we must now add in 2 more. Gotta give them up.
Why are we putting them in here? We should put them in the other one, because that's when you give them up.
It doesn't really matter. This is just for me to keep track of the tallies. So, this is where we find out.
But we already knew!
We knew in the Japanese, and we didn't know if they ever animated them in the future, so we held off until now. We said that we would update it if we found out.
You
and we
said
found out.
that. I was like, no!
Anyway, they're here. We have them. They will be counted now. You should be happy about that.
Alright then.
Having heard about Brock's food, they ask if he has any, because they're still hungry. Brock says he has 4 sandwiches. They're really rice balls. But finds they are missing from his backpack. So instead, he'll make some stew.
I was thinking, 4? Really? How on earth did you get 4? Like, that would be enough for everyone to have 1.
Well,
How was it such a perfect number for them?
Well, he knew how much he was maybe going to need for his trip to find them, and it just turned out perfect, I guess. We cut to Team Rocket offering... Well, yes. Well, this is the first time something convenient has happened in the show. We cut to Team Rocket offering the flock of Tailo 4 sandwiches, quote unquote, so they are the ones who stole them, not the Tailo, because the Brock figured the Tailo must have done it. They then convince the Tailo to go get Pikachu if they want some more food. Back to Ash & Co., we see the original chocolate thief Tailo show up, and it wants a true match with Pikachu. So the two battle, and Tailo looks like it's about to keel over, but it's still going to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's been like zapped so many times. I'm like, it should be down by now.
But we learned that they just keep on going. They don't stop.
Which irritates me. I'm like, at this point, with Pikachu being this big special Pokemon, Tailo should be out. And I'm like, if Ash ever gets the Tailo, or if anyone in the party ever gets the Tailo, it'll probably get into battle and actually get knocked out. Like,
it will in one episode for
sure. I'm so annoyed by that. Like, come on, stay consistent.
So Ash is told that Tailo won't stop, and so Ash should try catching it, and he does. So we gotta catch them all.
The weak Tailo apparently caught strong.
Then the flock of Tailo arrive, and Team Rocket swoops in with an interesting intro.
Prepare for trouble from in the sky.
Make it double, then say goodbye. May sends in Torchic, but in a distracted Pokemon moment, Torchic rushes in, no clue what it's supposed to do, and runs right into a rock. It's so funny. It just, bam, takes itself out. May is a terrible trainer. Oh. At least so far. Because she panics, dude. She's like, I don't know what to do. What do I tell it to do? What moves does it have again? I'm not saying I don't like May. I just... Actually, speaking of May, you know what I learned?
What'd you learn?
You know who voices May? Ash. Ash and May are the same actor. Actress, yes. Actor is a general term, though, for... However... With Ash's Tailo and the offer of Brock's stew, the Tailo decide to not try and get Pikachu. Then, Team Rocket decide to still nab Pikachu since he still hasn't eaten, or so they think. But he already got Pokemon food from Brock earlier.
It was mentioned that Brock was going to feed Pikachu first.
Yes, but Team Rocket weren't around for that part. So instead, Pikachu zaps Team Rocket and sends them blasting off again! Ding!
Who's that Pokemon? It's Mischievous. Tallies, Friendly Fire, Rockin' Reunion, 2 Gotta Give 'em Up, which should be in a different episode. A Gotta Catch 'em All, an interesting intro, and a distracted Pokemon. Now we rank it.
Alright, where do you think this one goes?
I love that Brock is back.
Me too.
I don't love that I know Taylor is gonna, it's so strong here, and then it's gonna be...
Yeah, but just looking at it from this episode's perspective.
But still, I don't like how it's so strong that the special Pikachu can't even beat, this must be the strongest Pokemon
It did
around.
beat it, but it was going to fight till it died is the problem. And Ash doesn't let his Pokemon fight till they die, so it actually makes sense that it get put away.
But it faints.
That might be true.
Overall, I like the episode pretty well. It's at least above There's No Place Like Hoenn.
Yes.
I don't know if it's above or Ruin with a View or not.
I think so. I still liked the Tailo and that we caught Pokemon and that Brock showed up.
Okay, yeah. Do you think it goes above Get the Show on the Road?
Probably not.
Okay.
All right. So You Never Can Tailo is our new number 2 out of 4.
Oh, and if you couldn't tell, the episode title had 3 exclamation points. All right, now for our second one with the Pokemon Chronicles. We're No Angels. Or Ganbare Muki Raketodan. Or Tough Battle. Stay Positive, Team Rocket.
All right, so we have a creepy dude in a castle on a hill sending out a busted bot, and he says he is sending a gift to the dear little villagers, and he hopes they will enjoy it. And he has kind of
sweet.
It sounds sinister.
But he's sweet.
Spoilers.
No, but we all knew he was sweet.
All right, well, I guess we're going to cover that now. This guy, multiple times, sounds like he's some kind of villain sending, he says he's sending gifts, but in a way that sounds like he's evil. But it turns out he really is just trying to be helpful.
And when we catch on for sure, the wording they used, this will be very helpful for them. That's what he means. It'll be very helpful for them, but it makes it sound like it's super evil or something.
So anyway, a villager in a bell tower sees the robot approaching and starts ringing a warning bell. The villagers, seeing that they're under attack, rush out with pitchforks to defend their fields so this new robot doesn't destroy them like the last one did. One lone woman stays behind trying to tell the others not to go out because it's too dangerous and that she really hopes they got her letter, whoever they are, and they are the only hope their village has. As soon as she said, "Please come save us, angels of justice," I just knew it was going to be Team Rocket's entrance, because angels descend from above, and so will Team Rocket. And sure enough, we get a ding! And Team Rocket come crashing down to Earth after being launched from Petalburg Forest with the whole Talos situation.
That's a super consistent thing.
It was really cool. Team Rocket end up where the villagers are headed and think they're coming after them. But then the woman shows up and claims that Team Rocket is actually Team Righteous and have come to save them. She tells Team Rocket that they need their help to prepare for trouble in a catching catchphrase. And she has to repeat it because Jessie's like, "Wait, what did you say?" So she says it again, giving us another catching catchphrase.
I don't know if I'd count that as 2.
It was expressly stated twice, so I don't know.
But it's the same thing. And they happen right next to each other. I don't know. I guess you already have it down, so it's fine.
This launches Team Rocket into an interesting intro.
When it's time to prepare for trouble,
we're ready to go on the double. The woman calls Team Rocket superheroes, and they do not like that label. So they're going to destroy the farmer's robot that's approaching. Also, the robot seemed to have farming implements attached that were meant to look intimidating, like it was going to attack. Like, they were just like a hoe and things, like to till the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But they look like a claw.
Oh.
When the robot stops to water a flower, Team Rocket stops the robot, and of course they're celebrated for destroying it instead of getting reviled like they had planned. Team Rocket is treated to all the news stories of the efforts of Team Righteous, which do look a lot like Team Rocket. However, these news stories that the farmers think are news stories are actually just episodes of a TV show.
And they're all, like, dressed up in, like, old-timey clothes.
Yeah, they're obviously removed from modern society quite a bit, so they don't know what they're talking about. The woman, named Kate, needs Team Rocket to stop the evil man and his robots who are tearing up the fields. Jesse agrees because it will make the villagers do their bidding. Team Rocket approaches the castle in a modified version of the robot that they destroyed, creating a new busted bot that looks like Meowth. James starts to wonder what it would be like to actually be a hero. At the castle, large doors open, bringing out another busted bot, and it unleashes a bunch of wagons full of flowers. Team Rocket follows it back inside after destroying the wagons, and before they can destroy the man-like robot, the scientist comes out and explains he is shy and is just trying to help the villagers.
We're all very shocked by this outcome.
Yes, we were very surprised. Team Rocket want to switch plans and get the townspeople to help the scientists build an army of robots for Team Rocket. But then a bunch of Talo come in and are going to destroy the crops, and so the scientist tries out his experimental rocket busted bot, and it attaches to the Meowth bot, and they fly off to stop the Talo. It works, and the scientist is celebrated. James thinks of staying because he and Kate are into one another, and when James goes into the bot to explain this, he accidentally presses a button.
Well, because he was nervous, he was like,
yeah, he was
pushing
tracing his fingers around
the whole
button.
time. I was like, dude, are you an idiot? Well, yeah, he is one.
And of course, this sends Team Rocket rocketing off. Ding! Then they crash into a forest hanging from a tree, and they all start thinking they might want to actually be heroes. And then they see the twerps and change their minds and go back to their old ways. After their branch breaks and they crash again.
All right, our tallies are 4 busted bots, 2 catching catchphrases, and 1 interesting intro. And we don't have to rank it.
Nope.
How many exclamation points were there?
2.
There were 2 exclamation points. All right. Now, Season 6, Episode 5. In the Nicker of Time. Oh, this one. I don't know how I feel about this. Jigu Jaguma to Tantan Kozo Haduka Hajimete no Batoru. Or, I forgot I had another part. Short pants boy.
That's spoilers.
Okay. Jigu Zaguma and Short Pants Boy. Haduka's first battle.
It's more like Short Pants Boy. Not Short Pants Boy. It's Short Pants Boy.
Short Pants.
Like, Short Pants is like the bat in Batman or whatever.
But he was pantsed.
Yes. So Jigu Zaguma must be Zigzagoon.
Is that Haduka?
Haruka.
Haruka me?
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
And Jigu Zaguma is Zigzagoon.
Yeah.
Zigzagoon's a lot easier than
Jigu Zaguma. Jigu Zaguma's not too bad, actually.
Funny, actually.
Yeah. I like Jigu Zaguma. We start off with Ash battling a trainer in the forest who is using a bee drill with something I think I want a new tally mark here. He doesn't battle trainers often, but he does battle them. And that's an important part of the game. Like, this would not count gym battles, but like battling other trainers out in on his travels. Do you not want to count those?
Let me think. I guess he doesn't battle them a lot, but
because he battles like for example, we have like the one where he battled like a Rhyhorn in the forest right before Bulbasaur was going to evolve. We had the battle in the first movie with that random guy that's like, "Are you Ash from Pallet Town?" or whatever. Things like that. Those kind of battles, or like the battles he does right before Lorelei.
Okay, I think it might be able to count.
Okay. So yes, this is a new count that I want to label Trainer Training, because this is how you train your Pokemon. along with battling wild Pokemon, of course. Ash wins, and I think the other trainer was Tracy's voice again, just for because I like to notice when he shows up. Afterward, the gang is walking along, and a Zigzagoon leapt out of some bushes and zigzagged away. It was apparently a big Zigzagoon, bigger than the normal size. Then a bunch of normal ones show up. And then a guy shows up in a Zigzagoon costume because he wanted to battle Zigzagoon, but May and Max get in the way with an argument. The guy is mad at first, but then he gets excited because they were wearing shorts. Well, before that, do you remember...
Whoa, getting excited over girls wearing shorts?
Do you remember what they were arguing about? Whether or not it was a man that evolved into like a Zigzagoon or whatever. Like, May sounded so dumb here.
What? Whether
like if a Zigzagoon evolved into a man or whatever, or was it Pokemon, or that was what their argument was. Anyway, the guy is mad at first, but he gets excited because they are wearing shorts or knickers, just like him. We've talked to some people before in the games that were really into wearing shorts.
They didn't mention Knickerbocker.
No, they don't say Knickerbocker, no, but they do get very excited about their shorts wearing. And this guy is Nikolai, the Knickerbocker, and he thrives in exploring nature while exposing his knees. He sees May and Max as kindred spirits. When he finds out that Max and May are the children of the Petalburg gym leader, he wants to practice by battling them. But May doesn't battle well, and Max doesn't have a Pokemon. When she protests, Nikolai suggests that she's afraid, and she doesn't like that, so she accepts. Nikolai sends in Mudkip, and obviously May sends in Torchic, because that's all she has. May and Torchic are defeated quickly. As Nikolai leaves, Team Rocket spies on him and his Mudkip. Apparently that's what they want to capture this time around. Ash and Co. are walking along, and May is ranting until they realize Max is missing. Then we cut to Max spying on Nikolai. He sees Nikolai is using fruit to attract Zigzagoon, and so Max gets more of the fruit to draw all the Zigzagoon to him instead. And he becomes surrounded. And he wanted to get revenge against Nikolai because Nikolai was saying disparaging things about their father. And then this episode's Who's That Pokemon trivia. This Pokemon's eyes scan a 360-degree radius to seek out prey. Ash and Co. follow Talo and rescue Max. The Zigzagoon are all mad at the group. Nikolai in costume shows up, and the Zigzagoon follow him. Then all the Zigzagoon have food to eat by trees, and Ash and Co. join with Nikolai to hang out with the Zigzagoon. Nikolai explains that words don't matter for communicating with Pokemon. It's just conveying what's in your heart. And so Nikolai challenges a Zigzagoon to a battle. After winning, he catches one, and then Team Rocket pinches his Mudkip.
Wait, he caught one. Does that count as a gotta catch them all?
No, because it's Nikolai.
It only counts if it's a main character?
Yes.
Okay.
Nikolai asks who they are, and they answer with an interesting intro.
Prepare for trouble, I know who I am.
And make it double with your Knickerbocker scam. And end with an outstanding outro.
Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light.
Surrender now with your exposed knees, or prepare to fight.
Hey, mine wasn't interesting at all.
No, but it was the lead up. Nikolai is not going to give up easy, and so he switches from Mudkip costume to Apom, climbs up a tall hill, switches to Gligar, and glides over, and snatches his Mudkip back. Then Ash's Talo pecks a hole in the balloon, and Team Rocket crash down into a pit that a bunch of Zigzagoon dug for them.
Pecks or tackle?
Or what?
Or tackles. Do you
was...
remember? We rewatched it like 3 times.
Oh, because you thought Ash said tackle, right?
Yeah, and then he pecked him. I was like, what the heck? But part of the reason I thought that is because at the beginning of the episode, Ash tells the Pokemon to peck at the opponent, and then Max is like, you should have told him to tackle. And so I think they were doing, making that little comeback around there. I was like, what?
Gotcha.
That doesn't make sense. Could have scratched or pecked, but not tackle.
And then, yeah, Team Rocket is super annoyed that they are infringing on their pit digging idea.
Oh.
Once Team Rocket is free and threatened to sue over the situation, Pikachu zaps them.
Who are you going to go to sue?
I don't know. Pikachu zaps them and sends Team Rocket blasting off again. Ding! Then Nikolai wants to battle with Ash for some training, and they both are using new Pokemon, Tailo and Zigzagoon. So we get another count for trainer training.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Yanma! Tallies, interesting intro, outstanding outro, and 3 trainer trainings.
Yeah, the Beedrill battle partner, May and Nikolai, because she was also doing some of that, and Ash and Nikolai.
Now we rank it.
Or do we only want to count Ash? Does May count? Does Misty count? Okay.
I was just looking at it because Nikolai's spelling probably makes sense, but I was just like...
It's a version. I don't know how they spell it in the show. I just chose a version of spelling.
Wouldn't it be in the subtitles?
It might have been. I wasn't paying that close attention.
You rigged this one.
All right. In the nicker of time, I thought it was amusing. The whole shorts thing was bizarre.
Knickerbockers. And that word has become part of my vocabulary.
I think, so I think I like it better than A Rune with a View, but probably worse than You Can Never Ken Tailo.
Yeah.
You're in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes, in the nicker of time, our new number 3 out of 5.
And how many exclamation points were there?
3!
Yeah! You're supposed to say it better than that.
No. 3!
Yeah! Exactly. Much better. You need to be trained exclamation point marks.
Okay.
Now, Season 6, Episode 6. A Poached Ego. I was going to say a poached Pokemon, even though I knew it was Ego.
Yeah. It's a playoff of poached egg.
Oh.
Have you never heard of a poached egg?
I heard, like, poached eggs
No,
before.
it's a way to, that's the way to have an egg.
It's a way to have
Yeah,
an
to prepare an egg. Like scrambled eggs.
I was like, a way to have an egg? I didn't know you could have eggs. Just poached an egg from a chicken and had an egg. Anyway, a poached ego, or Rakuto Dan Midare Hikagi de Sayonara, or Team Rocket, goodbye to a disturbed Scratch.
Ash and Co. are still in the forest, and May is getting exhausted. Max's navigator detects a Pokemon Center nearby, and Brock is ready to get there right away. Before they leave, they discover a piece of net and a hook that was embedded in a tree. A lot of the trees nearby look pretty damaged, too. So when they get to the Pokemon Center, Brock goes over to gush over Nurse Joy, and May bumps him right out of the way because she wanted to talk to Joy, but does this count as a babysitting Brock?
Well, she doesn't really know that he's all like that.
Sure.
So, it wasn't intentional, and there was no chance for it to be intentional.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's perfectly fine with me. I put it there just in case. So May does push him out of the way, though, because she's curious about Nurse Joy's transfer from Oldale Town. And that's when she learns there are lots of Nurse Joys who all look the same, unless you ask Brock.
Oh.
Then an Officer Jenny shows up, and May learns that they're all the same, too. Jenny informs everyone of a poacher hanging around, and so they show her the evidence they've collected and need to lead Jenny to where they found it. Team Rocket is spying on the gang at the Pokemon Center, and they plan to set a more creative trap than digging a hole. Instead, they accidentally stumble upon 2 cages, one full of Ekans and another full of... I wrote Ekans again. And another full of coughing.
Ooh.
Although the coughing one doesn't show up till later, but that doesn't matter.
It's there.
Meowth learns they're captured by a poacher and tries to open a cage and gets electrocuted for his effort. Team Rocket decide they're going to take the captured Pokemon for themselves.
Oh,
but it isn't going well, and the poacher arrives with his Fearow. When he asks who they are, we get an interesting intro.
Prepare for trouble, finders keepers, losers weepers.
We're Team Rocket, so make it double. Jeepers creepers. And they give us an outstanding outro.
Again, I just have the normal one. Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender those Ekans or prepare to fight.
And coughing. Look, I coughed and coughing because like that's what you do when you're trying to sneak something in there, but coughing coughs.
Yeah, you're so funny. The poacher decides to let Team Rocket go free if they give over their Weezing and Arbok.
Bum, bum, bum.
A battle takes place, and then the poacher brings out Pupitar that uses Sandstorm to sends Team Rocket blasting off again. Ding! Team Rocket want revenge on the poacher, but while plotting, they are swarmed by Beedrill and make a run for it. A Cacnea wanders into their path and, seeing the Beedrill, sends a bunch of needles at them, rescuing Team Rocket. James thanks the Cacnea by giving it a bag of cookies or something, and then Team Rocket work to track down the poacher. Meowth ignores the shock of the cage, which is nothing compared to Pikachu, and picks the lock, while Jessie and James battle Poacher and his Fearow. With the Ekans and Coughing free, Poacher brings in Pupitar, and we get an evolution as it becomes Tyranitar. And then we get our Who's That Pokemon trivia. This Pokemon is born deep underground.
It's a seed.
It's not.
Seeds have to be buried.
It's actually interesting because this gives us the entire evolution line of a certain Pokemon in the episode then. Tyranitar and its Hyper Beam are too much for Team Rocket and their Pokemon, so they send Arbok and Weezing away to lead the Ekans and Coughing to freedom, while they stay behind and do what they can to slow the poacher down. Eventually, they are too defeated to do anything more, and the poacher goes to find his missing poached Pokemon.
But when they were leading them away, they were just standing there as Team Rocket was fighting. I was like, guys, move it along. I felt like the stat on that for like 5 minutes. They're like, we don't have anything else to put in here.
Yeah, they drew that one out. Ash and Co. had been working to track down the poacher with Jenny for a while, and the Hyper Beam explosions helped lead them in the right direction. And so when Rico, the poacher, goes after his escaped Pokemon, Ash and Co. and Officer Jenny intercept him. Fearow is dispatched quickly with Pikachu, and Growlithe stops the poacher from getting any of his other Pokemon out by knocking the Pokeballs away. Ash and Co. are happy to learn that there are good people around, people that are not like Team Rocket, who rescued the Pokemon. But it was Team Rocket that did it. Then Team Rocket wonder if their Pokemon are doing okay, and this is where it became very obvious, because you were still hopeful they were going to come back.
I just thought they would.
Yeah. This is where it became very obvious that we have two gotta give 'em up, as James and Jessie have lost Weezing and Arbok, the Pokemon they've had from the very beginning.
Which was kind of sad.
I was like, I didn't know they ever lost them. I was very shocked.
I thought they had them forever.
I thought so too. And partway through the episode, I knew that they were leaving it. I'm like I just could feel it. And I'm like, no way! This can't be! And so when you're like, oh, they're coming back, and I'm like, they got to, right? Because, aren't they always there? Apparently not.
I'm pretty sure they have Wobbuffet for a while, though.
Well, they had them for a while, too. This is season 6.
There's one scene I can picture remembering Wobbuffet in.
And one of the seasons is 80-some episodes long.
What the?
The first season is 80 episodes. Did you not know that?
80?
Yeah.
80?
I think it's more like 82 or something. Maybe it's just 80. I don't remember. Googling it is going to be a complicated situation.
How many episodes are in the first season? 82!
Oh, it is 82.
That's not right. You're wrong.
So
yeah, it's wrong.
It's weird because I don't remember. I don't know if you remember this, but when we were going through it, they split season 1 into 2 seasons because the second season has the rest of the Indigo League and the Orange Islands in it.
Oh, so it was 2 seasons.
When they divided online sometimes. But in the original Japanese, and even in our version, season 1 goes all the way through the actual championship of Indigo.
That's crazy.
And then technically, the Pallet Party Panic is the first season of Orange Islands, which is when he gets back to Pallet Town, and then they decide they're going to leave to go to another journey, or go visit the Orange Islands. But they don't actually go anywhere yet. But we don't get a new theme song until, the Lapras episode of the Orange Islands, which is, four more episodes later or whatever. But in Japan, they had a new theme song starting with Pallet Party Panic. Anyway, yeah. And then some people consider Pallet Party Panic the last episode of season 1 instead of the first episode of season 2. But officially it is season 2. Anyway, where were we?
82!
Yeah, but why did we talk about... Oh, because of the Arbok and Weezing. So yes, we got 2 gotta give them up. But then, Team Rocket encounters the Cacnea with the cookies, and it tries to share with them. Cacnea wants to join James, and so now James has Cacnea, and Jessie has Wobbuffet, and we gotta catch them all.
Cute heart love.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl
So,
heart.
and this, I felt, was also just a replacement for Victory Bell, which we'll find out is even more true later on.
Well, one happens right now.
It's not quite the same, though. It's not a distracted Pokemon moment. He just gives him a hug.
But it's a friendly fire.
Nope, because we decided we weren't going to count that because he does that all the time.
Oh, so we're counting it as distracted Pokemon
when he does it when he's supposed to battle. Yeah. So there'll be a couple times where he pokes James that...
Did we count as friendly fire for Victory Bell?
No. No, we did not. We counted as distracted Pokemon. Yep.
Okay.
We didn't want to double up on those counts because it happens so much. So trivia for the episode. The poacher in this episode carries a gun.
Yeah, and he aimed it as people.
And he does aim it, but he never fires it, which is not surprising. And it seems like it probably was never fired even in the original version. However, in the original version, the couple times he gets it ready, every time he does do that, it makes a gun cocking kind of sound, you know? And they took that out for the American version.
Us Americans, little softies.
That's the only trivia I had for it, though.
Okay. Who's that Pokemon? It's Larvitar.
It's Larvitar! It's not Larvatar. Don't say it like that. You punk. But that gives us Larvitar, Pupitar, and Tyranitar.
Larvitar. Tallies are... Interesting intro. Outstanding outro. 2. Gotta give him up. And gotta catch him all. Now we rank it. I really don't know. Oh, I want to rank that one instead.
Too bad.
Oh, what?
You're the one who designed it this way.
Designed it?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You said you wanted me to go first, so I'd have the more to have to deal with.
Can you rank this one for me and
No.
I'll rank the next
Nope.
one for you? Please?
Nope.
Okay, which one is it above for you?
A ruin with a view.
At least.
Yeah, I think it's above a ruin with a view, for sure.
But you don't know if it's above in the Nicker.
Correct.
Okay. Wait, that means it's still to make it cool. It's one of those 2 spots.
Yeah, you have 2 spots to put it in. It's either above or below Knickerbocker.
I don't know. Let's put it above it.
Okay. It's kind of where I wanted it anyway.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't you say that? How many exclamation points were there?
3!
Yes!
And a poached ego is now our new number 3 out of 6.
Oh yeah, I should have put it above it just because it has the 3.
All right, obviously.
No. Season 6, Episode 7. Trees a crowd. Kimori no mori kyodariju o mamore. Or Forest of Kimori. Protect the giant tree.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the giant tree.
No, Mori is forest.
Okay.
And Kimori is Trico. And so I'm wondering if the Mori part of his name is for forest then. Just like Trico is tree. Ash and Co are still in the woods, and now they're lost.
Lost in the woods.
I'm guessing this is still Petalburg, as the map during the title still shows the same accurate location related to the game, and...
You didn't give me any applause.
That was because it was ridiculous. I was just waiting for you to choke to death.
Let me do it again then. I need applause before I stop. Lost in the woods.
If you're going to keep doing it that way, I'm not going to applaud it.
Oh. Well, how do you want me to do it? I can only sing opera.
That's a bunch of crap.
Lost in the woods. There we go. Jeez.
So I'm guessing this is still Petalburg, as the map during the title still shows the same accurate location related to the game. And in other series, the woods they traveled through often ended up looking different from episode to episode, or they had random breaks in between forest episodes, suggesting they were different locations. So this all seems to be pretty in line with the game this time, which makes me happy. It's just making the woods extended for a bit. and they did add a Pokemon Center in there, but whatever. Then they all see some Trico running around the trees. Ash has wanted one since seeing one at Birch's place, because he did admire that Trico. Ash tries to just throw a ball and catch one, and May reminds him of the lesson he taught her with the Azrael. The Trico run off, and so Ash gives chase. The others try to catch up with Ash, but lose him. And so Ash ends up in this large pit area with a huge, dead-looking tree towering over the forest. The Trico Ash was after has a twig he chews on, which helps mark him as different than all the others. Pikachu tries to battle Trico, but it isn't going well. Team Rocket sees that and decide they want that Trico instead, and they engage in a boss fantasy where they bring the Trico that will wake Giovanni up with its tail, brushing his face, under his nose or something. And I'm like, I don't think Giovanni would like that.
No.
As they fantasize about their promotion, Meowth says, "Go Team Rocket at the speed of light," in a catching catchphrase. Back to the tree, they see there are a ton of Trico, and an old one talks to the twig chewer, who hits the old one. According to Meowth, translation, the old one thinks Twiggy is wasting time with the dying tree. Well, I had to come up with a name to differentiate it.
Oh, I didn't really understand why they were angry at each other.
Yeah,
wasting time.
we kept talking in the middle of it because we were enjoying a lot of the episode. So we missed some of the translation. But he thinks that Trico is wasting his time with a dying tree and should go live in a different tree. Twiggy was born in it, though, and he won't give up on it. After all the Trico run off, including Twiggy, Ash and Pikachu decide to wait in the tree until Twiggy comes back. Meanwhile...
Twiggy?
That's what I would have named him for my nickname. If I had seen these episodes before I started playing the game, I might have named mine Twiggy from the get-go.
You can just restart. We're not that far.
I'm not doing that.
It'll give me, yeah.
Oh, that was very articulate. Thanks.
Oh, yes. I was trying to think of advantage. It'll give me an advantage in the battles because I'll have higher levels than you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Brock, May, and Max are enjoying a meal and wonder where Ash might be. Brock is not worried about it. Ash hopes they're not worried and sends Tailo to find the others and let them know where he is. Then Ash and Pikachu witness Twiggy bringing leaffuls of water to the tree and packing it with leaves.
Leaffuls, they're about Twiggy's size, and so
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
So Twiggy works into the night, and Ash and Pikachu decide to help. Then they run into Team Rocket with a busted bot bulldozer, Pokemon catcher thing, and they're snagging all the Trico from their trees. Then they push an interesting intro onto us.
Prepare for trouble, and that's a threat.
This time what's double is on net. Do you even get that joke?
No.
Do you know, net is how much you make, how much you get to take home, I guess? So, when I make money at work, there's a gross outcome, which is all the money that I earned if you just look at the hours. But with taxes withheld and things like that, or paying insurance and stuff, the net is what I actually get to take home to spend.
They put taxes on your work money and take that away from you. And then you still have to use the money you get to pay taxes?
There's all kinds of taxes for all kinds of different things, yes.
Do you know how stupid that is?
A lot of people don't like taxes.
Especially because they use them for stupid things. Some, very minimal taxes.
Anyway, so, when he's talking about their net, in catching things, or, they're doubling their net worth, basically.
I know net worth.
Okay, well, that's part of that, then. Okay. So then Team Rocket take off and manage to capture Pikachu as well. But Twiggy gets up there and causes all sorts of problems for Team Rocket, freeing the Trico, who free Pikachu. And then Twiggy tried to pop the balloon once early on with his twig, but it didn't work. So in the end, it taunts Cacnea, who unleashes needles right into the balloon. And then Team Rocket is blasting off again! Boom! As they explode like a firework. Because they had that whole, electric lights thing around their thing to absorb a lot of electricity.
Well, boom, couple.
Back at the tree, it splits in two, and we get a strange sequence where I thought
We were so confused during it.
I thought it wasn't as bad as it seemed, and that there would be a sapling after the tree split, it was just going to be growing. But then they kept freaking out, and Ash found a solution, so I thought, okay, maybe it was just a bad thing happening. And then before we get more into it, we get our Who's That Pokemon trivia. This Pokemon has a tail that bites.
This entire sequence of tree stuff was really confusing.
Yes, so back to the tree, we get this whole bizarre thing where it shows a tree growing from a seed. And the way it grew so fast, it seemed like it was just like a flashback, maybe, of how that original tree maybe grew. That was my new guess. Mm-hmm. But the characters started commenting on it, so they all saw it happening. So it was present day. But at the end, nothing was there except the breaking tree, so it was simply a vision of what was to come if they do the right thing of planting seeds and stuff. And then the tree dies, but a seed is left and planted to become a new tree. I was so confused, because I was sure I knew what was going on, and then I was not so sure, and I kept trying to figure it out. Then Pikachu and Twiggy battle. Ash catches Twiggy, and we get another Gotta Catch 'Em All.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Girafarig. Tallies. Boss Fantasy. Catching Catchphrase. Busted Bot. Interesting intro. And Gotta Catch 'Em All. No, I rank it. Well,
I rank it.
No, I'm ranking it. That way you have to rank one of mine next time.
All right, so I really like the character of Trico, and I like the story. The thing with the tree was a little bit confusing, but still good overall once we did understand it.
I don't know if I ever fully understood what happened.
They had a vision of what they could do, but they all had a shared vision, so they're all on drugs or something. I don't know.
What the? Dada.
Anyway, I think because of some of the confusion and everything, and I don't think it quite beats out the first episode of the season. So it's above You Never Can Talo and below Get the Show on the Road, is my opinion.
I think it's below You Can Talo. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I figured. So it is now our number 2 out of 7. And I'll just go over the quick total rankings of these episodes because we only have a Chronicles left. So we have...
That's my job to tell them we have a Chronicle.
Sorry. So, well, if they counted the episodes as we went through them, they would have figured it out. Yeah. Anyway, number 7, There's No Place Like Hoenn. 6, A Ruin with a View. 5, In the Nicker of Time. 4, A Poached Ego. 3, You Never Can Talo. 2, Trees a Crowd. And 1, Get the Show on the Road.
They have all these like little sayings that like episode names are based off of. But it's a bunch of little kids watching these, like...
Yeah, a lot of cartoons do that, though.
But the kids don't even know.
I know.
It's funny. It's for the moms who have to sit there and watch it with their kid. The moms can just go, and keep watching. All right, now for our final episode.
This week, anyway.
No, ever. We're turning off the show, guys. I'm sorry. I was kicked off, so now we're shutting down the whole thing, and it's a big disaster. And we'll never see you again. For our final one, Pokemon Chronicles. Wait, did we say how many exclamation points there were?
I don't...
No, we didn't. How many exclamation points were in the last one?
3.
Yeah! Do better.
3!
Yeah! Okay. Now for the Pokemon Chronicles. Showdown at the Oak Corral. Or, oh my gosh, I hate this. Okido Yashiki Daikesen. Or Epic. Really, this is not epic. What? There's not even one in that one. Epic battle at Okido's lab.
Back at Oak's lab. So, first of all, a reference or a whole thing with the title of this episode. We already had a showdown at the Poke Corral, which also happened at Oak's Corral, and this one is showdown at the Oak Corral. So they're both based off the same idea of showdown at the OK Corral. Back at Oak's laboratory, a Team Rocket helicopter flies in and lands in the forest near Oak's Corral. But this is some teaming rocket situation as we have the reappearance of Butch and Cassidy. They plan to sneak into the lab to steal all the Pokeballs. At the lab, the doorbell rings, and who do we have?
Oh. No, wait. I thought it was going to be Delia. The Magikarp salesman.
But it's not a rocket reunion, because I don't think any of these characters ever met him.
But it's hilarious.
It is funny. They get rid of him, and when the bell rings again, Tracy almost lays into Delia, thinking it's the Magikarp man again. Bulbasaur, the
Delia coming over to Oak's lab.
So anyway, Bulbasaur the Ambassador is patrolling the grounds and sees a strange-looking Golem and Nidoqueen wandering around. When Totodile sees them, He gets excited and decides to spray them. Butch sends the water back when Totodile shoots again. Then they run into an Oddish who sees them partly out of costume, and it goes to Bulbasaur to report what it found. Team Rocket is gone by the time they get there, but now they know to go look for them. Bulbasaur and friends try to report to Professor Oak, but he's too busy. So they get Noctowl to help and keep an eye in the sky. Then Bulbasaur grabs Tracy and carries him away with his vines. Oh, and the Noctowl can see through Team Rocket's costumes with its foresight vision thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
However, Team Rocket still manages to get in and steal the Pokeballs before Oak learns of it. When Tracy does arrive to help Oak find out there is a problem, they find the Pokeballs gone, and everyone goes looking for the thieves on the grounds. Bulbasaur recruits other Pokemon in the grounds to go around and find even more to help search for the thieves. And so we get a glimpse of a lot of Ash's Pokemon throughout this. There is a Pokemon of his that I think we never see. I'm trying to remember which one that was, though. Anyway.
Oh, we didn't see Muck for a while.
Yeah, we do get to see Muck eventually. We saw Snorlax, we saw Heracross, all his Tauros.
Well, do we know?
Well, a bunch of Tauros. Snorlax. We saw his Cyndaquil. We saw his Totodile. Did we see his Bayleaf?
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Bayleaf was slain. Pidgeot's not there because it got left in some forest.
Okay, wait. I think I'm finding it. Heracross. Bayleaf. Quilava. Totodile. Noctowl. Donphan?
That's what. We didn't see Phanpy. He doesn't have a Quilava or Donphan. Spoilers, apparently.
Oops. That list of Pokemon might have been Pokemon he catches in the future. But also it looked like all the starters, so I don't even know. I might have just spoiled a lot for me, but I don't even know.
Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think we ever see Phanpy. That's the one we don't see. So Butch and Cassidy are back in their disguises and are pushing a cart full of Pokeballs that is disguised as a Muck. Then a real Nidoking shows up and mistakes Cassidy for a real Nidoqueen. She tries to escape and fight him off until she ends up being flung through the air. And it's really funny because she just cartwheels right above the trees. Then they and the Pokeballs get smothered by the real Muck. Noctowl locates the hidden helicopter and guides Tracy, Bulbasaur, Bayleaf, and Cyndaquil to it. Totodile shows up where Team Rocket is and shoots them with water again, having learned to dodge the reflected water. When Team Rocket arrives at the helicopter, they are surprised to find themselves intercepted. Totodile brings Oak and the others to the same location, and then we get a modified motto from Butch and Cassidy.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Okay.
I don't want to hear Butch. Hey, you are the ones who are in big, big trouble.
And it's coming to you on the double. Here's our mission, so you better listen.
To infect the world with devastation.
To blight all peoples in every nation.
To denounce the goodness of truth and love.
To extend our wrath to the stars above.
Cassidy.
And Butch.
Team Rocket circles the earth day and night.
So surrender to us now, or you will lose this fight.
Yeah, that's right. I did amazing, Cassidy.
You did. Perfect, Cassidy. I actually think the Cassidy in this episode is the first time that they switched the actress on Cassidy, because I think it was a different one before this.
Oh.
I think I read that somewhere. Anyway, Tracy realizes he has heard of them, but Tracy met them before. The second time we saw Butch and Cassidy was on the Orange Islands, and he was totally there for that one.
Was he, though? Was he?
Yes. He was definitely there.
Every time they forget something, it's because, like, there's a bunch of clones running around of everybody. And since there's always convenient coincidences,
sure,
it's always a convenient coincidence they don't run into each other.
That makes sense. Anyway, he recalls their names are Cassidy and Biff. Then Delia messes up his name and calls him Bill. Butch is very annoyed by all this. Then there's a battle where Delia uses Mimey, Tracy uses Scyther, and Oak uses Bulbasaur against Butch's Hitmontop and Cassidy's Houndour. At the end, Totodile begs to hit them with more water, and so Oak chooses him. She's like, all right, I go Totodile, or whatever. And Team Rocket is blasting off again! Ding! Then at the end, Oak has finished his poem, and the narrator mentions that Delia thinks the love poem is for her. But so did Bulbasaur. Trivia time! So there's a handful of changes in the dub. There is an extended part of the scene where Nidoking tries to get Cassidy. She climbs a tree and kicks Nidoking to get it away from her, but then he beats her up and then throws her. Our version, she just gets, she fights him off that one moment and then she's flying through the air. And then the running joke of Oak trying to find a rhyme for Tauros for his poem, because it's mentioned a couple times in this episode, doesn't exist. Because he isn't even trying to put a poem together at all in the original version. Which means, at the end, when it suggests that there's a love poem for Delia, that whole thing isn't part of the original version. Oh. So the Delia romance is only hinted at in the American stuff that we've already been speculating, and I have to wonder it's because they maybe heard people were like, wait a second, are they a thing? So they throw that in there. Also, the dinner plans conversation never happened. So when Delia's in there, she talks about having dinner there or something, but instead they're actually just talking about Ash. Oak just talks about Ash's journey through Hoenn and how he hasn't caught any Pokemon yet. Oh. The last time he talked to him.
He's got 2.
Yeah, but the last time he talked to him, that was it. And so that is that episode.
Our tallies are a singular modified model. Now it's time to capture a Pokemon.
All right, you ready?
I'm not thinking too hard. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Trico.
Oh! I thought you might choose him, but I did.
I thought about Torchic because there's some funny stuff with him, but overall Trico. Because Torchic burns Max a few times, so.
Yeah.
And runs into a rock. So that is a great ball for Trico. And then our new tallies overall for this is we got 1 boss fantasy, which is our first one. Our busted bots went from 5 to 6. Catching catchphrase from 3 to 7. Our distracted Pokemon, we just got our first 2 this group. Our friendly fire went from 2 to 5. Gotta catch 'em all went from 1 to 4. Gotta give 'em up 1 to 5. Interesting intro went from 2 to 8. Modified motto, we got our first one. Off again, 1 to 2. Outstanding outro, 1 to 4. Our first side exciting, our first 2 rockin' reunions, and our first 3 of a new category, trainer training.
Now it's time for Pokemon cards.
Woo! All right, finally picked up some Mega Evolution packs, and so that's what we're opening today, and mine has Mega Venusaur on the package.
Mine has Kangaskhan and her baby, but her baby's not in the sack.
Because it's Mega Kangaskhan.
Because it's Mega Kangaskhan. Oh, they smell different.
All right. My first Pokemon is Electrike, Lightning. It stores electricity in its fur. It gives off sparks from all over its body in seasons when the air is dry. Baniri, Colorless. Baniri can attack by rolling up their ears and then striking with the force created by unrolling them. This attack becomes stronger with training. One of my favorites, Delmise, Grass type. After lowering its anchor, it waits for its prey. It catches large Wailord and drains their life force.
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
Numel, Fire type. Magma of almost 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit courses through its body. When it grows cold, the magma hardens and slows it. Ninjask, Grass type. Ability, Cast Off Shell. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a Shedinja and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. This Pokemon is so quick, it is said to be able to avoid any attack. It loves to feed on tree sap. Like Heracross? Item Trainer Card, Fighting Gong. Search your deck for a basic Fighting Energy card or a basic Fighting type Pokemon. Reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Houndstone evolves from Greavard, Psychic type. Houndstone spends most of its time sleeping in graveyards. Among all the dog Pokemon, this one is most loyal to its master. Ooh, my first reverse holo card is a Snover, Water type. During cold seasons, it migrates on the mountain's lower reaches. It returns to the snow-covered summit in the spring. My next reverse holo is Delibird, Colorless. It carries food all day long.
Colorless?
Yep.
That's weird.
There are tales about lost people who were saved by the food it had. And my rare card is Lunatone, fighting type, ability, Lunar Cycle. Once during your turn, if you have Solrock in play, you may discard a basic fighting energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Draw 3 cards. You can use more than one Lunar Cycle ability each, or you can't use more than one Lunar Cycle ability each turn. It was discovered on the site of a meteor strike 40 years ago. Its stare can lull its foes to sleep. And then I have a basic grass energy. So yeah, I didn't get anything too spectacular.
For my first Pokemon, I have Pachirisu, Electric. It's one of the kinds of Pokemon with electric cheek pouches. It shoots charges from its tail. Grafai evolves from
Shroodle?
Shroodle. I couldn't tell if that was an S or
Shroodle.
an H or an N. Shroodle. Dark type. The color of the poison saliva depends on what the Pokemon eats. Grafai covers its fingers in its saliva and draws patterns on trees in the forest. That's kind of gross.
Graffiti.
Nakli! Fighting. It was born in a layer of rock salt deep under the earth. This species was particularly treasured in the old days as they would share precious salt. I got a Chikorita!
Oh, fun.
Grass type. Look at that.
Aw, that's a good picture.
It loves to bask in the sunlight. It uses the leaf on its head to seek out warm places. Ooh. A Ninetales evolves from Vulpix, fire type, for those who don't know.
Well, it could have been an Alolan.
Then I would have settled it.
That's true.
Some legends claim that each of its 9 tails has its own unique type of special mystical power. Inteleon evolves from Drizzle, which evolves from Sobble, water type. It uses special lenses in its eyes to sense things about its opponents, like their body heat, then attacks once it identifies a weak spot. Item, trainer, strange timepiece. Devolve one of your evolved psychic Pokemon by putting any number of evolution cards on it into your hand. That Pokemon can't evolve this turn. My first reverse holo, Shiftry evolves from Nuzzleaf, which I think evolves from Seedot. Grass type. It is said that when Shifty flaps its leafy fans atop ancient trees, chilly winds blow and the season rolls into winter. Nincada, grass.
Oh, that turns into a Ninjask, which is what I had.
Oh. It can sometimes live underground for more than 10 years. It absorbs nutrients from the roots of trees. Mega Mawile, EX, steel type. The mega evolved form of Mile. 2-star. Oh, it's super cool looking. It's like pretty.
So who got the cool stuff this time?
I got one.
I got my Delmies, which I like, but that is a really pretty card. Holy cow.
I often don't get. Well,
but the megas are supposed to be the things we're getting this time. This is the new sets. We're not Scarlet and Violet. It's Mega Evolution stuff, and this is the base Mega Evolution. So
I was gonna say I don't often get like cool stuff, but
that's
I
what
might.
you
I don't
claim.
know.
I didn't get anything, and you did. So
this time for the first time.
and you wanted to trade packs or whatever.
No, I didn't want you to open that pack yet.
Right.
And a fighting energy.
It's such a pretty card. I like it a lot too. All right.
Rats Through Pokemon is a Hunterfield Institute production. You can find us on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and other podcasting platforms. You can also find us on YouTube at the Hunterfield Institute channel. Just look for the Routes Through Pokemon playlist. And wherever you find us, like, subscribe, rate, and review. You can also reach out through email at hunterfieldmanor@gmail.com. We also have a Facebook page, Routes Through Pokemon. And Shea is on X at HunterfieldIns and on Instagram at kinetic_card.
And there you can find our Who's That Pokemon posts twice a week, as well as updated tally counts and episode rankings and what Pokemon we've caught so far and all that stuff. So, and then, I post some other random things on occasion too, sharing pictures or whatever.
Next week we will be going over 3 more manga chapters. And about another 8 episodes of anime.
I think one of them is Chronicles.
So thank you so much for listening and watching my little segment. And we will catch you on the next round.
Bye-bye. Sayonara. Part 61, Escape from Pokemon Tower, Part 2. The giggling of children was far creepier sounding than it had any right to be, but there was something off about the way it echoed through the dark room of the Pokemon Tower. Of course, just the fact that it was being heard in a haunted tower while surrounded by possessed overseers was probably enough to make any noise sound unsettling to Murasaki and Beck.
Did you have a nice trip?
Came the voice of a young boy.
You were falling all over yourselves to take it,
added a girl. Murasaki tried to tune them out as he worked to figure out what to do about the overseers leering down at him and Beck.
You have any other Pokemon you can throw at them?
Beck asked.
No. Stern is my only Pokemon.
Jeez, kid. You're really new to this, aren't you?
Stop calling me kid.
Ronan, we need you again, buddy.
Beck unleashed her Cubone from its Pokeball and told it to start swinging its club at the overseers.
Make us a path.
Beck struggled to her feet, aching all over from the fall and exhausted from the Gengar's possession. She reached down to offer Murasaki a hand up, but he was already almost standing himself. A cold, wrinkled hand grasped Murasaki's shoulder, and the sudden high-pitched shout that emerged from the boy gave Beck a start.
What was that?
But when she turned and saw that Murasaki was being pulled back, Beck stomped down onto the overseer's foot. The frail woman immediately released the boy and opened her mouth wide in a silent shout of pain.
Come on!
Beck led the way through the gap that her Cubone had cleared for them. Murasaki didn't hesitate to follow. Once they had broken through and were on their way to the next flight of stairs, Beck aimed her Pokeball behind her and called Ronan into it. Once they were near the steps, Murasaki saw the boy and girl lurking in the shadows nearby and, learning from the last flight, he warned Beck.
Watch out for those two in the shadows.
The warning came just in time, and Beck leapt over the feet that had suddenly shot out to trip her. Murasaki also managed to avoid their attempts to bring him down.
Look at them run.
So silly. They can't outrun us.
Murasaki heard the children's words and soon found how true they were. Constantly, they would appear out of nowhere, throwing things at him and Beck, tripping them up, or just popping out right in front of them and shouting, "Boo!" But as Murasaki and Beck continued to rush through and around the overseers on each floor, getting closer to the ground level, the attacks of those children became far more dangerous.
Ow!
Murasaki shouted as the boy reached out with something sharp and put a gash across his upper arm.
You won't leave.
You can't leave.
The girl pushed over a heavy statue and Beck managed to stop just in time to avoid being crushed to death.
This is your new home.
You are going to be our new friends.
The children now stood directly in front of the final flight of steps. They no longer looked very innocent, and their mouths and eyes looked less human and more ghastly. Both had their hands raised high, one hiding a jagged piece of glass, and the other wielded a pair of scissors. The intent was clearly to stab the two trying to flee.
And we will all play together forever.
Not today, they won't,
came an elderly voice from behind the children, and then charging right through Murasaki and Beck was a Pokemon neither were familiar with. Murasaki recognized the green as what he had seen rescue him and Beck higher up the tower, but he was still at a loss as to what it was. But it wasn't important right then. What mattered most was that it was throwing razor-sharp leaves at the children and making a way for Murasaki and Beck to get out of there. Once they reached the bottom of the steps, they found the old woman who had greeted the pair of them when they first entered the tower.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, that was intense.
Beck added.
Of course.
the old woman replied.
It is my duty to look after this place after all.
Murasaki briefly wondered how long that had been the woman's duty. After everything he had seen and encountered in that building, he wouldn't have been surprised if the woman were 1,000 years old. However, he felt it might be dangerous to ask, and refrained. The priestess looked over at the green Pokemon that had rescued Murasaki and Beck, and she reached out to give it a pat on the head.
Good work, Meg. You may go rest again.
The green Pokemon nodded and then trotted off toward one of the cemetery aisles, and then, partway down, she just faded away.
Is that another ghost Pokemon?
Murasaki asked.
I thought there were only 3.
No. And yes.
Replied the priestess.
Well, that was a satisfying answer.
Beck mumbled.
Meg is a very dear friend.
Beck rolled her eyes.
And the hits keep on coming.
Okay.
Murasaki replied to the woman. An awkward silence followed, and then the priestess started to turn away.
Wait!
Murasaki nearly shouted. The woman stopped.
Sorry, miss, but I was wondering something.
The priestess looked over her shoulder.
Yes?
Why can't I seem to find any other Gastly in the tower? Except for the ones possessing others, I mean.
They like to possess, wear disguises, and simply turn invisible. They are a mischievous lot.
Oh.
Murasaki's head drooped.
So, how can anyone catch one?
It isn't easy. Normally, you would just have to outsmart one, pull a clever trick. But I have heard of a device designed by the Sylph Company. It is a scope that can detect the presence of these deadly tricksters.
Snapping his head back up, Murasaki's eyes were filled with a new sense of hope.
Where can I get one?
The woman frowned in thought.
Well, I suppose you could find some at their headquarters in Saffron. But I hear they have restricted passage into town recently.
Well, that's a start. Thanks, miss.
Don't mention it.
The woman walked away, leaving Murasaki and Beck behind.
Sounds like you need to get into Saffron City.
Beck stated.
Seems so.
Beck gestured toward the tower doors.
Well, shall we?
We? Again?
Murasaki tried to sound annoyed, but the corner of his mouth twitched upward, giving him away. The girl smirked.
Oh, definitely. There's no way you'll get in without my help, kid.
They continued to banter as they pushed open the large doors, and finally escaped the Pokemon Tower. For now. To be continued.